my friends' kids all the time. When I saw it originally, I was like, yeah, okay, that's got to be a hoax, because that would never happen. Just how awful it is. When I saw it originally, I was like, yeah, okay, that's got to be a hoax, because that would never happen. I come with my friends' kids all the time.
Right, welcome to another investigation. Now this one's about the crocodile enclosure story. So you see this story where a man threw a boy free into a crocodile's pit in a zoo, and then as you see the frees all over, right? So you know the Freemasons straight away. Now this the crocodile is basically important in the Egyptian mythologies. And I think the man's supposed to be 30, so you're 33. You're 30 and 3, right? For Masonic. And now see the gods Suabek, crocodile deity, and if you know obviously the link between Masonic and Egyptian, of course, right? And it's in the Nile. They call it the Nile crocodile, chaos and order. And obviously this is what the thing behind it, you know, order and cure, Masonic. And a lot of this type of stuff, you know, it's Egyptian stuff. Basically, you know, there's a joke in as well, because like, you know, if you're in the Nile, if you're in denial, that's like, you know, you're in denial of things. So you have the idea of this man throwing a young baby, you know, a young child into a crocodile pit, right? I mean, being in denial, right? Trying to make the people into denial about something, right? And obviously, with everything that's going on now, right? Multicultural mass immigrations and stuff like that, something to do with this, right? This crocodile god's guardian of the Nile, guardian of the Nile. Of course, when you have a guardian, you know, it's like the newspaper, right? It's Masonic. There's this Sobek. You see a pair of cutters on its head. Of course, the Kalugi thing you're talking about, the Egyptian man, the new man is to be of Egyptian type. Right? Unas will urinate and Unas will copulate with his penis. Unas is Lord of Semen. So again, you're talking about, this is to do with the fertility and the you know, the Kalugi stuff and the replacement, population replacement, migration thing of UN, right? The Lord of Semen and all that, to impregnate. And of course, this story is about taking a kid and throwing it into the crocodile, throwing it to the crocodile. So it's basically the kid in the story is like a white kid, right? So again, it's about like throwing the indigenous race, right? As metaphorical by the small kid, and throwing it at the crocodile, which is this thing here, right? So basically, again, it's the same type of concept of replacement, extinction, and that type of thing, you know. Of course, all the ones like those Masonics and that are all owned by this birth program already, right? So it's about throwing them into the pit, the crocodile pit. all to do with the ancient Egyptian stuff. You know, basically it's a white race extinction idea yet again. He eats while he also mates. To impregnate Sabak. It's again the impregnations of the new race, the new peoples, like coming to take over the land. And he unites, of course, the United Nations Population Replacement Fund. To see a strategic plan is to make major strides in a short time. So that explains all the immigration stuff they're doing now. And as you know, it's to do with claiming that there's not enough people in these countries, claiming that the peoples are getting too old and they've got to put new younger populations in and all this, which is like sort of insane thinking. But that's what they're claiming, like mortality, fertility, and all that. Mad plans. The last psyop, which was about the Sudanese immigrant attacking the man in the street, and there was a lot of references to Muhammad John the Baptist, and I basically said in that one it'd be quite wouldn't surprise if the name was John. So you got in this one, you got a John, right? Got Tracy Johnson. That become like JT, right? TJ, the Temple of Jerusalem, and I call it the Temple of Jerusalem as well, which is to do with Knights Templar. So again, you're seeing the same things about Muhammad and Knights Templars and all that. Of course, this becomes the same as Solomon's Temple, which is ST. You often see that quite a lot. So again, you're talking about psyops coming from Knights Templars, who, as we know, basically secret Muhammad worshippers, and worship the severed head of John the Baptist. So when you have like the Johnson, they have the Johnson cut off, and it's also T-race, Tracy is T-race. And Jaffa Gate, like a seedless Jaffa, right? So to get fertility and all that, right? So John's son, Tracy Johnson. As you know, it's John the Forerunner. He was, he said that something about, I am before the one who's yet to come or something, which was Jesus. So basically, this is going to lead on to a form of Jesus coming about. Jesus himself identifies John as Elijah who was to come. So it's all this religious stuff what they're playing out here, you know, in some way. It's all going to lead to like a messianic, you know, like something to do with a crocodile, you know, like a messianic. So it's like a Messiah thing coming to boot. And that's what all this stuff's about, you know, like John is the only saint, right? Again, going back to the other one, the one about the Sudanese, which was Stephen Ogilvy, right? So you've got the ST there, the saint, and then Stephen Ogilvy, right? And Ian Ogilvy was in the saint, you know, the TV series. And of course, you know, Ian is John, right? And Return of the Saint. And of course, the character's called Simon Templar. So again, Knights Templar idea, right? You see in the Stephen Ogilvy one, the right eye was the Tekadit, which means eye of Ra. And this basically becomes so left eye and right eye basically becomes a left eye moon and the right eye sun. So they're both darkening the sun, taking the sun away. Right? But of course it's very hot and sunny in weather-wise. Obviously they're trying to make people's mood feel bad, you know, like people's trying to make people scared of all these things, you know, for the summer season, like, basically, because they want like the things like that, zoos and things like that for their own Masonics, and they didn't want the non-Masonics like going to these type of things, you know what I mean? They want the place for themselves, that's the whole purpose. And we also have Saint Stephen, who's as you can see, something to do with Westminster London House. Again, this would be a big character within it, really. And the first martyr of Christianity. So again, you know, you're talking about a martyr idea, someone who gets attacked and killed or something like that. Right? Now you've got this one here, right? It's written a book about, you know, like how World War II and Europe in eternity. It's basically, you know, trying to legitimise what they're doing, this United Nations migration thing. Right? And obviously, you know, with that name there, Pivazuk, obviously is a bit IV, right? And this one looks IV. I mean, this one, you know, definitely looks IV. So they're talking about that, and now you go back a couple of years, right? And this one here was talking about overpopulation. And this one was in the Club of Rome and the WAF and all that, right? Same as they all are. So you know what's the realities, right? They're basically giving the populace a fake narrative, just a lie narrative, just total set of lies all the time. And obviously they're not telling you what it's really about, what the real agenda is. You know, and it's most likely the Crocodile agenda, you know, it's like, that would be the real agenda, what they're planning. They're planning on wiping out a lot of people, right? And obviously it looks like it's the European white ones, but they're planning on wiping out.